Wow! If I had a nickel for every time I was doomed by a puppet, I'd have 2 nickels. Which isn't a lot, but it's weird that it happened twice, right?
Hey guys, Lady Ethne here, and if you follow any of my socials that aren't YouTube, you would know that I participated in Genshin-tober this year, which is just Inktober, but it's Genshin themed. And while I have participated in Inktober somewhat consistently for the past 4 years, I believe, because I started in 2020, this is actually my second time doing Genshin-tober. And this sketchbook from 2022 was the first. And I'm not going to comment too much on these old drawings, but I think they look awful now. These are some horrendous proportions, especially the hands. These look bad. I'm not going to talk about them too much just because I already made an entire video about that 2 years ago. So if you want to watch that, be my guest, but warning, the art looks very bad. I don't like the art. But anyway, the reason I decided to do Genshin-tober again this year was just because I have been addicted to the game more so than usual. Like, I started in early 2022, and I have been playing somewhat consistently since January of 2022. But I've just been really addicted to the game recently, especially since I finally caught up with the main story as of 5.1. I haven't done the new stuff in 5.2 yet. And also Natland came out, so that also has to do with it. So I've just been really itching to draw Genshin characters, but I haven't had the chance to before Genshin-tober just because of life, but now I can draw all the Genshin characters I want. Well, I won't for a while now unless it's Farina, because I love Farina, and some other random characters, because I've just been drawing them for the past month. So anyway, let's get started. Okay. Now, because this is my second time doing Genshin-tober, I laid down some rules. The first one was I could not draw the same character as I did last year unless A, they were an Archon, because I love the Archons way too much, or 2, if they had a different outfit that was canon that I could draw. So I made a list of every character I did last time, so that way y'all can see who I've done and know who is not going to be included if you can actually read my handwriting. And one more thing, I used a lot of references. Some of these are very obvious and others are just posing references. So I'm going to do a little challenge. There are 5-ish posing or pop culture references that aren't really obvious. Most of them are, but a lot of them aren't. So if you can guess all 5 in the same comment, I will pin you. That's your reward. I'm not giving away anything. That's the best I can do as a YouTuber who does this for fun. If you can guess all 5 posing references, you get pinned. And I will tell you which ones are one of the ones you have to guess on, and the hints will be in the background music, or if I just ramble on too much. So anyway, let's get started. Okay, day 1 is Lumine and Paimon, but in their swimsuits from Natland. So a rule I didn't mention during the intro was similar to Shibuary. I used 1 or 2 colors, but I just used 1 color pencil per character and then just a regular pencil. So that's why there will be some color, but not a lot. And everything is shaded and has at least 1 color, which is why it took forever to get out. But anyway, I am not really a big swimsuit person. Whenever they appear like as fan service or whatever, I just don't really care. But the swimsuits in Natland were really cute. I loved Lumine's swimsuit, and I knew I had to draw it at least once, and Paimon's was really cute too. And overall, this doesn't look bad, but the hand looks a bit weird. I will say though, I used 2 brush pens for these, an orange one for Lumine and a pink one for Paimon, and I just didn't like using them, which is why on the next, because if you go to the next, if you go to the next page, it bled through, and I didn't want to put up with 31 pages that had bleeding through it, So instead, I just switched over to colored pencils. And at the end of the video, I will show what art supplies I used, which I don't normally do, but I kept them all in the same bag. So I will do that at the end of the video. Oh, but anyway, yeah, that is Lumine and Paimon swimsuits from Natland. And this was the mistake page, so we just skipped over it. On day 2, I decided to draw Lynette, and I was actually doing her story quest while I was drawing her. And I'm gonna be honest, she was a lot more hard to draw than I thought she was gonna be. But the reason why is because her color palette element is simple. Because it's mostly just black, gray, and then light blue with her hair being blonde. But the details on her outfit, and especially her bow, like, those were a bit intense. And, well, not really intense for Genshin characters, but just more than I thought it was going to be. So she was harder to draw than I thought, but overall, this one turned out okay. I can't really see any big glaring flaws I don't like, other than the outlines of... Actually, never mind, the outline's fine. I can't really see anything big I dislike about this one. So anyway, that was day 2. Okay, day 3 is my girl Dory. Now, I do not care what the haters say. Dory is a queen. I love her. She was way more entertaining in the Archon quest than almost every character that wasn't Nahida and Scaramouche, and I will die on that hill. Oh yeah, and the Traveler, Paimon, and Dunyarzad. But Dory was the queen of the Archon quest. I loved watching her on screen. And I'm gonna be honest, the perspective was a little weird because I was trying to draw her, like, standing sideways and, like, pointing at herself, but it didn't really turn out that way, and it kind of looks like she's just kind of slightly facing the front. So the perspective's a little weird, and her feet look funky. This reference I will give away. It's from Aladdin. You ain't never had a friend like me. Bow! Cause her outfit and her gameplay just give me a lot of Genie vibes, like from Aladdin. Also Shantae, if y'all know what Shantae is. I need to make a video on Shantae. Shantae's great. But anyway, yeah, that was Dory for day 3. I forgot what I did. Oh yeah, so unlike my previous Inktobers or even Shibuaries where I have everything outlined and perfect at the front of the sketchbook, I just decided to just number them as I do them, and so I can show everyone what I drew in between. Because Digital Circus came out on the 4th, I took a quick break from Inktober to just draw some Digital Circus because it was Digital Circus. And also, just real quick, I freaking loved episode 3. It was very heartbreaking but very sweet. And when it first came out, I thought it was my favorite episode, but now it's about the same as episode 2, at least for me. Because, like, some of the parts, on rewatch, some of the parts in episode 3 are just kind of boring and slow. And I like the vibes of the Candy Kingdom way more than the Haunted Mansion. But that's just a me thing. So I decided to draw the standouts from that episode. I loved Martha. I forgot what her name was. I loved Martha. She was very cute. Also, Kane in that episode really surprised me. I wanted more Kane depth, but I didn't think I was actually going to get it. And I love Kane. He's awesome. And then, of course, we got Dad Kinger and Pomni. And Pomni's still my favorite. I adore her, and Kinger is best dad. However, I realized I ran into a problem when drawing this, so I kind of kept to the same rules as Inktober. I would pick one colored pencil and then just do everything else with a regular pencil. But the problem arose when I realized everyone just has one main color, and then there's Pomni, so she's just in black and white while everyone else looks somewhat normal. So yeah, that was weird. Anyway, Digital Circus, because I love Digital Circus. What was day 4? I think I know what. Oh, yeah! Okay, day 4. Let's go. Sorry, this one's one of my favorites. So day 4, I did Focalors. So I was not originally going to separate the alive Archons from the dead Archons. I was just originally going to draw them together, but Focalors is so epic that I had to give her her own day. because I adore her. She is just, one, she's gorgeous, like Farina is, but two, she just has so much sass. Like, that one cutscene from with Nouvellette was just, she was so sassy and, like, emotionless, but, like, still caring, if that makes any sense. But anyway, I adore her, and I have a really dumb headcanon. I've seen this before, so this is not my original thought. She is a heavy Nuvi Fury shipper. I mean, so am I. Nuvi Fury has become my second favorite Genshin Impact ship, right behind Vinlumi. I just adore them. And I headcanon that she is also a big Nuvi Fury shipper. So when she gets bored inside the oratory, she does stuff like this. Overall, I think it turned out fine, but like, her hands have disappeared, and the dolls look a bit funky, but otherwise, this is one of the better ones, and concept-wise, it's probably my favorite. Just Nuvi Fury for life. Okay. Oh! Okay. This is our second of the non-Genshin-tober related things. I'm not going to go into detail, but I got done with a bunch of school projects, and so I drew this to celebrate, and also I recently just got done with a bunch of school projects yesterday, so this sentiment still very much applies. College is not fun. Okay. What was the next? Oh, yeah, Gooseworks. So I didn't know until day of that Gooseworks, the creator of The Amazing Digital Circus, and Toby Fox, the creator of Undertale and Deltarune, share a birthday. So I decided to kill two birds with one stone and just draw them both together, because they've created probably my favorite indie projects of all time, because I'm basic, but Digital Circus is my favorite indie show, which granted, I need to watch more indie shows, but still Digital Circus is my favorite. I mean, I bought this thing for heaven's sakes. And Undertale is my fourth favorite game of all time. The other three will probably show up on screen right now. I adore their work so much, so I wanted to wish them both a happy birthday. And also, this is actually my most liked post on Tumblr, and I'm just very happy about that. Okay. Okay, for day 5, I did Kinich and Aja. This is the first of the Guess the References. So the reference is this quote up here: "Dishonor on you, dishonor on your cow," because I thought that would fit Aja incredibly well. Onto the drawing itself, I mean, the hair and the sweater look fine, but like, drawing the pixelated stuff was hard, and while it turned out okay, it's not perfect, and I do not know what I did with his arms. Arms and fingers are my nemesis. They're my art nemesis. Art nemesi. Sisses. I don't know. But anyway, on to the next day. Ooh, Venti! I'm sorry, I love Venti. Okay, so for day 6, I drew Venti and Unknown Bard, aka Carmen. And I know Carmen's just a fan-made name, but I still use it. I did draw both Venti and Carmen last year, but because Venti is an Archon, I did it again, because I just love Venti, and I just wanted to draw them dancing. Let them be happy together. Why did you have to die, Carmen? Other than Focalor, Carmen's my favorite dead Genshin character. I just love him, and I just want them to be happy. And I thought I could draw Venti from memory, but it turns out I have never actually drawn him from the back, so I had to learn how to draw his cape, which was interesting. Though I think I did Carmen from memory, I don't remember. Anyway, this looks fine. I like the cape and the braids, but fingers look a little funky, which of course they do. And why is his hand so big? And the coloring looks a bit weird just because I don't think I had an aqua colored pencil on me, so I had to get creative. But still, this turned out alright. Let them be happy. Oh, ho, ho, ho. Lenny! Okay, so on day 7, I decided to draw Lenny and get a little lazy, so I covered him up and still, him sleeping is adorable, and I don't think I have a lot to say on this one, other than the hand for obvious reasons. It doesn't really look that bad, and he's so cute, sleepy. Oh yeah, speaking of Lenny, I got him on Tuesday. This is being filmed on the 21st, but I got him on Tuesday, and I am so happy about that. I'll explain it in the other video, but I have been waiting for him for like a year, and I got him, and I am so happy about that. So yes, finally, he's home. Okay. Oh yeah, Wonder. Okay. I don't know why I keep acting surprised about these. Anyway, for day 8, I did Wanderer and Mini Durin. Wanderer has recently just shot up in my favorites, because I think it was because of the event where he got the little Mini Durin, but I freaking love Wanderer. I think he's in my top 5 favorite Genshin characters now. He's just so tragic, and he actually reminds me a lot of Zuko. Oh yeah, speaking of Avatar, I have been rewatching the show, and while I'm probably not gonna make a video about it, I will draw more stuff, so look out for that. But anyway, to the drawing, I just knew I had to draw Wanderer with Mini Durin because I love them both. And honestly, this doesn't look bad. Even the hands don't look horrible. And I like what I did with the shading with the limited blue. So yeah, this is probably one of the better ones from an artistic standpoint. I like it. Oh lord. Okay, for the 9th, I knew I had to draw Citlali. She is definitely my favorite character from Natland, and I'm definitely gonna pull for her if I still have Primo Gems left over from Nouvelette, because since I had like 99 wishes left over from Lenny, I'm gonna pull for Nouvelette. But I may get Citlali too. I am praying she doesn't come next patch so I can save. Unless I get Nouvelette in 110 pull, which isn't happening. But I am gonna pull for Citlali because she's just so much fun. The scene where she gets drunk just had me dying. And I love her design so much. It reminds me a lot of Margarina Luca from Vocaloid, which others have compared her to, but I like Citlali's design better. Sorry, Luca stans. But Citlali was just so much fun and so sassy, and I love her relationship with Auroron, so I knew I had to draw her. For the drawing, yeah, it's fine. It's just because I'm tired, or maybe it's because I've gotten slightly better at art, but I can't really find any glaring issues with a lot of these. And this one's the same, though the outlining's a bit odd, but other than that, this looks fine. Oh, wait, found something. Those are some weird fingers. Okay, anyway, moving on. Okay, so this is the second of the Guess the References, and the reference is not from Mary Poppins. There is not a single moment in the movie where she yells, "I'm Mary Poppins, y'all!" It is from something else, so try and guess what that one is. But because of the umbrella, I knew I had to reference that just because it reminds me a lot of Mary Poppins, and even though she doesn't have a handbag, I think I decided to give her one to just complete the look. Navia has grown a lot on me over the past year. Now I think about it, all the characters have grown on me in the past year. Just all of them are so delightful and charming, and I don't hate a single playable Genshin character. The NPCs, though, on the other hand, oh boy, I want to punch a lot of them in the face, but I don't hate a single playable Genshin character. Well, at least as a character. Gameplay-wise is a different story. I think she's like my 4th or 5th favorite Fontaine character, and the drawing, the details look kind of wonky, like, they just look off somehow. Maybe it's the line art, I don't know, but they just look weird. But I am glad I outlined the whole thing with a brush pen instead of a colored pencil. So yeah, that was Navia. Ooh! With Wanderer and with this, I'm just gonna say it, Simulanka was peak. It was amazing. It is definitely my favorite event just ever. Simulanka was so peak. And so for day 11, I drew Kiara and the little toy guys. I forgot what their name was, so I wrote them down. Capit, Bobarno, Albizi, and the detective. And I love the detective. He was my favorite. He was just so sassy, and The other 3 were great too, though I feel bad for not remembering their names, but they were all adorable. I love Kiara in that quest. I knew I wanted to draw Kiara's outfit just because it was a Puss in Boots reference, and I freaking love Puss in Boots, The Last Wish. Yeah, like, not Puss in Boots in general, but The Last Wish. Nothing against Puss in Boots in general, just The Last Wish was, like, freaking amazing, so I knew I was gonna draw her eventually, though originally I was gonna do her singing, "Who is your favorite fearless hero? Who is your favorite fearless hero?" Okay, I'm gonna stop. But I really wanted to draw the little Simulanka guy, so I did that instead. Okay, but anyway, here's day 11 with Kiara. Okay. For day 12, I did Klee. I ran out of room, and the page is coming off. Lovely. So, I did draw her last time, but in between 2022 and 2024, in the summer event last year, she got a witch outfit. And it's adorable, and even though I got Klee, she's on my account, I didn't buy her witch outfit because I'm free to play. Because, I'm gonna be honest, I play Genshin for the characters in the story and not really the gameplay. It's not that it's a bad game, I just like characters and story more. So, yeah. Klee is one of my favorite characters, she's adorable. And, not gonna lie, looking back, this one looks weird. Like, the body proportions look off from this angle, especially the legs. I do not know what I was doing with the legs. I can't draw shoes. And also shading, it just kind of looks incomplete, especially with the hat. So this one's not perfect, but it's alright. I like her hair though. I like what I did with the hair. Ooh, this one took all day. I tried to get it done by her birthday, and luckily I did. I started it earlier in the day, on the 13th, and I finished it on the 13th, and I'm happy I did. Okay, by the way, a lot of these were not done on the day they are listed. Like, I drew Kanich, Gooseworks, and Farina before I did any of those guys, because I was incredibly busy during the month of October, so a lot of these were done out of order. But anyway, for the 13th, I drew Farina, and her celebrating her birthday, because she deserves everything after what she went through in the Archon quest. She is officially my second favorite Genshin character. I adore her so much, and she deserves everything. But also, the 13th is also the first anniversary of the Amazing Digital Circus, so I chucked a Pomni in there. Okay, so I take it back. I said there were 5 things to guess. There's actually 6, but this one is gonna be big. So, I made every character give her a gift. So we have a box full that has a Cecilia, those lotus things, the blue ones, Core Lapis, a peach thingy, and then some sunglasses. And then that's all in a box. And then for everything else, we have a newspaper, macarons, a teapot, a hat, one of those 16 slices of cakes for the day, a first aid kit, a real life breathing cat, a seashell necklace, and it's homemade, like the person who gave it to her made it for her, a perfume bottle, and a designer dress that should look very familiar to those who have watched my channel before. And I will say, the only hints you're getting is Lindy, Lynette, and Fremine teamed up together to give her the exact same gift. So theirs is a 3-in-1 combo. So art-wise, Farina and the little guys look fine, but the objects look funky. I need to get better at drawing objects. I can draw people okay, but objects are the bane of my existence, so yeah. Also, her hair looks a bit weird. Oh, okay, I need some context. For day 14th, I drew Kachina. Dang, I've been drawing a lot of the Natlan characters just because I love the Natlan cast a lot. But anyway, I drew Kachina, and I was stuck on what to draw her doing because I loved Kachina. But one of my friends suggested just draw her chopping a carrot with her spear, so I did. So yeah, that's the context behind that. But anyway, I love Kachina. Her entire thing in the first 2 acts was so cute. I love her. Drawing-wise, this one looks a bit weird. I tried drawing her facial expression from like the first time you meet her, but it doesn't really look like it. And overall, this just kind of looks off, but I don't really know why. I'm dumb. Someone explains why this looks off to me. Okay. Oh, baby. For the 15th, I did Nouvelette. I freaking love Nouvelette. Like Scaramouche, he has shot up in my favorite characters, and while I don't love him as much as Scaramouche, I still adore Nouvelette. And not in the way everyone else does. Like, everyone likes him because he's tall and pretty and just very authoritative. I like him because he's an emotional mess. He is like the most emotional Genshin character, and I will die on that hill. He's not afraid to express when he's upset, and I think it's partially because he just doesn't have a choice because he has those Pepe powers. His mood affects the weather. When he's unhappy, well, the temperature gets weird. So I knew I needed to draw him just being an adorable mess. He's a little sensitive dragon man. He's so cute. Of course, he has his emotional support human. I need to draw more emotional baby Nouvelette. He is so cute. Anyway, yeah, that was Nouvelette. Okay, I was not originally going to draw Xinyan, because while I don't hate a single Genshin characters, I do have my least favorites and favorites, and Xinyan is near the bottom, unfortunately. I just didn't really care that much about her design. But she dropped a few of the boss fight things from the Fire Flower, and I was building Klee at the time, so I needed those. So I was like, she dropped that, so I shall draw her. So decided to draw Xinyan with her hair down, and like the object looks a little funky, and so do her hands, which is kind of the center point. So this one looks a bit weird, though it's not terrible. But anyway, that was day 16, and happy birthday, and thank you for the Fire Flower things. Anyway, here we go. For day 17th, I did Faruzan. Faruzan is so adorable, even taking away the fact that she's just grainy Hatsune Miku. But I love how sassy she is. I love how she acts like a grandma like Sitlolly. I don't think I like her as much as Sitlolly, but she's still a fun character. So I knew I had to draw her correcting the young 16-year-old Hatsune Miku. Even though Hatsune Miku came first, but still. I thought it'd be a funny concept, and not gonna lie, I really like what I did with the colored pencils, because like it just looks nice. And even though the skirt looks just like a bit too short, but otherwise this looks alright. Though Miku's hair with like the shading needs feels a bit incomplete, but I like what the shading with Faruzan. Oh yeah. Okay, so for the 18th, I drew Gaming, and Gaming's fun. Like, he's one of my favorite characters from Leeway, though don't got a lot to say about him. So, I decided to draw Gaming Gaming. Get it? The Gaming's there, never mind. But anyway, hey, I decided to draw him playing on 3DS, and this doesn't look very good, like, especially with the shading, it just looks off. And I think the reason why is because I did this at a campfire, so of course it's gonna look a bit wonky. So, yep, that was day 18. Oh, I gotta explain this one. Okay, so for day 19, I drew Mualani and a Farina. This is not the last time you see Farina. The story behind this is during that one event where you like fought enemies with co-op, during like the first one or whatever, I was with teammates and every person except me chose a Mualani because I did not have her, and I chose a Farina, and they did most of the work. So to those 3 Mualanis who played with me, I'm sorry. And thank you for carrying us so I could get Primo Gems. Okay. And art-wise, the shading's off, but posing-wise, I gave up on the animals, but drawing-wise, it looks good, I guess. Oh, good lord. As you can tell, I gave up, because this is another one of the Guess the References, but the reference for this was more complicated than I would have liked, and I was drawing a Genshin character, and I had to look at her from all the angles to even get even close. And so I just kind of gave up on it and just kind of decided just black lines for her skirt. Anyway, I don't think this is the worst one, but I still... It was supposed to look better than this, and her hand looks wonky. And I feel bad because Cloud Retainer is probably my favorite Leeway character at this point. I just love her. She is best mom. But yeah, I don't like this very much. I gave up, but still, this is one of the references you're supposed to guess, because I based it off of a character she is compared to constantly. Okay, this has, even though it's a Genshin character, this has nothing to do with the days. This was Poison. So I did a Farina parody cover of Poison from Has Been Hotel, and this was the art. And I'm not going to comment too much on the actual parody, but for the art, I think I did alright with her body and with her face, because normally I mess up with faces from the side. They are very annoying to draw, but the hair looks really weird. It doesn't look like Farina's hair, and I wish I scooted her just a little bit that way so we can see her hat. But yeah, this isn't my best, but still, it's way better than I normally do from the side, and though her hand's a bit weird. Okay. Oh yeah. So for reference, this was during while I was sketching Cloud Retainer, and I was just like, I want to draw something easy and simple, so I just put Arlecano in a t-shirt. She is Teyvat's best dad, and I just put her in a skirt because she doesn't wear one in game, which is nothing wrong with that, but I still wanted to draw her in a skirt because why not? And I had a lot of fun drawing her arms, like with the disease that she deals with, but she is not having a good time. But this turned out pretty good, especially since it's so simple. I like simple designs, which is not what you get with Genshin Impact, because they're easy for me to make them look good. Okay, so for the 22nd, it was not drawn on the 22nd, I drew Zhongli and Guizhong. They are adorable together, and I love Guizhong. She's also one of my favorite dead Genshin characters. I think Guizhong turned out alright, but Zhongli... the back's not horrible, but his arms look way too short. I need to extend the arms. And his hands look funky. So, and the back looks a little funky, but not as funky as the arms and hands. And honestly, the only thing I remember about the art process was I was watching Spilled Ink while making this. So yeah, shout out to Spilled Ink, by the way. They're an amazing channel. You should go check them out, especially if you like Emirichu and Didus. So, yeah, that was Zhongli and Guizhong. So, I don't think I pronounced them correctly, but anyway, yeah. Okay, so for the 23rd, I did Siegewing, and I freaking love her. I don't care what anyone else says, she is amazing. She's not nearly hated on as much as Dory, but I still see people hate on her from time to time. And I knew I had to draw her in the outfit from Magical Cure Love Shot, the song by, who's it by? I'll put them up on the screen. I'm so sorry if you are watching this. I am so sorry. I forgot what your name is. But I think it's Sawtown. Is it Sawtown? I don't remember. But anyway, I decided to draw her in the outfit from Magical Girl Love Shop because that song reminds me so much of her. Like, that. Also, that song is freaking amazing. Go listen to it if you haven't. It's where the Miku Miku bean comes from. And I'm honestly surprised I have not seen more people drawing her in that outfit. For drawing-wise, this hand looks weird. But other than that, I think this actually is one of my better ones. The pink actually looks really nice. So, yeah, they're a siege ring. In like 2 days I'm gonna hate this, but I like it. Oh, okay, this is the most obvious one ever because we have a crossover. So for the 24th, I drew Shalonin from Matland and Sans Undertale. Cause, not gonna lie, she naps all the time and is lazy, and so does he. So I like them as platonic nap buddies. The world needs more platonic cuddle buddies, okay? They could just have naps together. So, not gonna lie, I really like her hair. I really like what I did with her hair, but the details on her outfit are a little messy, but body-wise, it looks alright. I think it looks good. Okay, this is another reference you'll have to guess. There's not really any specific details, but the pose is what you gotta look out for, and the fact that the penguin, I forgot what his name was, Fremene's penguin's there. So anyway, for the 25th, I did Fremene and his penguin. I don't remember what it starts with a P. I can't think of it right now. But yeah, this one's alright. The posing looks way better than I thought it did initially, and the coloring looks good. It's the background that's a bit messy. It's just random rocks and mountains, I guess, go burr. And his penguin looks a bit wonky, but Fremene himself looks fine. Okay, but anyway, guess the reference just based off of the pose and the background a little bit. And, okay, for the 26th, I did Mona, and this is another guess the reference, because once you know what the reference is, it'll be obvious, but this is heavily based off of a certain piece of art from a song. But I thought it would fit Mona well for reasons I'm not going to go into because you have to guess it. But anyway, I decided to draw Mona again just because Mondstadt rep. Because I already drew most of my favorite Mondstadt characters in the last Genshin-tober, but I had yet to draw Mona. And so I needed more Mondstadt rep because it's my favorite nation, so I decided to draw her. And this looks pretty good. The purple looks nice, though her outfit looks a bit weird. The hands look way better than I thought they were going to. Okay, for the 27th, I did her birthday. Wait, what? I did Nahida for her birthday. And fun fact, I drew her last year on her birthday and the year before that, though not on her birthday. So I guess I am doomed to draw Nahida for every day on every 27th until the day I die. But yeah, there is arms, and she has her scar meow, because of course she does. And I've already said this before, but I freaking love Nahida. She is easily one of my favorite Genshin characters. Even though I've drawn her a bunch of times, drawing her is still fun. And this turned out alright. I think it turned out fine. Oh, for the 28th, I decided to just continue from the last piece and draw. And I was gonna make her look more ghostly, but in between shading, I kind of forgot about it, so she just kind of looks normal. But, Nahida doesn't see, but, so she's just completely clueless. Okay, but still, I decided to draw because pretty elf lady. And so, yeah, that was day 28. Okay, this one's kind of funny. Okay, so for day 29, some more ship art because I decided to draw Mabuika and Capitano. I keep trying to call him Cappuccino. But anyway, this one's a Phantom of the Opera reference just because I thought they would fit a lot. And I don't remember who, but someone on Tumblr said somebody needs to draw them in Phantom of the Opera. And somebody has. I've seen a few pieces of them with Phantom of the Opera, but it's not a lot. So I had to draw them as Christine and the Phantom. And I'm gonna be honest, I like that musical way more on its vibes and its music than its story. It's not like Hamilton or even Heathers to where you're invested in the story and the characters. No, I just like this because of its music and the vibes of a 19th century opera house with like a phantom lurking in the shadows. But the story is incredibly creepy, and not in like the fun way, but like in the ew way. So I'm not a fan of the story, but I still thought like vibe-wise they fit that archetype well. And thank you to my friend for picking out which Christine dress I should draw Mavwika in, because like I found a few on Google that I liked, so I just sent them to them and just asked, hey, what should I do? But anyway, art-wise, it's okay. I like it. The hair isn't 100% accurate, but it doesn't look bad, at least in my eyes. Though her pupils, the line art's a bit funky, and I'm not a fan of what I did with the shading of her hair because I just kind of winged it, but Capitano looks alright. Even if the mask doesn't really look like a mask and just looks like a hole in his face, but yeah, still. That is Capitano Himavwika. Oh boy. As you can see, this was not done on the 30th. This was done yesterday on the 20th. Yeah, what the crap. Because, fun fact, I am a 19-year-old in college with a job, which means I have less time than I did before, which means I had to do a lot of these late, extremely late, and this is the latest I've been to finishing Genshin-tober. And while I'm still glad I just finished it before the end of the year, which is sad, but it's still incredibly late. TLDR, being an adult freaking sucks. If you're not an adult, enjoy not being an adult. But anyway, yeah, I decided to do Chiori, and this is the last guess the pose, because if you have seen Vines, it should be a little obvious what the pose is referenced on. But yeah, I was originally not going to do Chiori, but I did her story quest, and she is freaking amazing, and I love her, so I had to decide to draw her, and body-wise she looks alright, but the details look a bit funky, both with the shading and the line art, so I'm not a big fan of this one, though I like the idea, just based off of the reference. Hey, and for the last, oh yeah, I drew this one before I drew Chiori. Chi-Chi, but she's a zombie, like a western-looking zombie, and this one's actually probably the best one art-looking wise, and I don't really have any strong opinions about Chi-Chi. I like her, she's cute, but I decided to make her look like a traditional, like, western zombie you'd find in media, and I drew this on Halloween night and tried uploading it on Halloween night, but I think I did it early in the morning. I don't remember. But yeah, we have Chi-Chi as a zombie, even though she's already a zombie. Okay, we just got a few more, and then I promise we'll be done. Okay, this is just a quick doodle I did of Mr. Martin Luther of the Reformation. I felt like me being the Reformation because we were learning about it in class. My poor guy Martin just wanted to fix the Catholic Church, but he ended up splitting it in half. So, yeah, this was just a quick meme doodle. Bird won't shut up. But anyway, this also has nothing to do with Genshin-tober, but this is the art I made for my Halloween cover of Jack's Lament, and not gonna lie, that cover turned out way better than I thought it would, even though I had to re-record everything. And art-wise, facial expression looks a bit more bland than I was hoping for, but not bad. And the hair shading's weird, but otherwise, this was alright. And then the last thing I got in here, is that one YouTube short, I put Teto's head on Teto just to save time. Is that one Teto short I uploaded that I will be showing on the screen right now. I'm not gonna comment on that. And yeah, that was basically my Genshin sketchbook. Now, however, this isn't the end of the video, because, as I said earlier, I will be showing the supplies I used. And I kept it all in this little bag. I kept it all in this baggie. I know it's dirty, but, like, it's really old, so I will close this and show you what I used. So, we got this thingy, which I've been carrying around everywhere, just in general, and I'm not really sure what supplies I used in here. I know I used this broken pencil sharpener, and there's probably some random supplies I used, but I'm not sure. So instead, I'll just be grabbing everything out of here, because I know I used every single thing that was in this bag. Most of this I got for my birthday. This is just awkward. If it's a writing pen, I used it in class because I took this bag everywhere. But yeah, this is a lot more chaotic than I thought it was gonna be. Okay. But anyway, if it was a ride... Okay, I'm gonna organize this real quick. Okay, it's all organized. So this was my art stash for Inktober, or what I used. Most of this I got for my birthday or I bought at Walmart. So I'll tell you which... Okay, so this was... Oh, oh my gosh. Okay, so these are all just random pins because I took this bag to class that I used for notes. And then... Okay, so I have a bunch of these little pins, and I believe they're either from 5 and Below or Walmart. No, wait, they're definitely from Walmart. So these are from Walmart. And the ink ran out. I know I used this one at least once, so I bought some new ones that were also from Walmart, but I've only used this one. I haven't used these yet, but I will eventually. Okay, so for the brush pins, or the watercolor pins, I only used these two, and they were on Paimon and Lumine. I didn't use these ones, but I did take them out of the box. And then for the colored pencils, I actually got these for my birthday. They all fell out of the box, but I used these art skills pencils, and they were alright. They're better than the old They're better than the 2-year-old Crayola ones I have. Which is nothing against Crayola, just the ones I have are really old. And then for everything else, I just used whatever I could find. It was mostly stuff from this old bag. And it was like just randomness. And these erasers. I do have and this like broken pencil sharpener. I do have another pencil sharpener I just can't figure out where it's at, and I'm not going to look it up right now. But anyway, yeah. This is a really weird like screenshot to end the video, so 1 second. Okay, so that was a weird way to end the video, so we're back just to the sketchbook, because I didn't want to end with a bunch of art supplies everywhere. But, so thank you so much for watching this video. I know it was incredibly late, but once again, I was incredibly busy this year, and this is the most late I've ever been to get Inktober and like getting the video out, and this is being recorded on the 21st of November, and I hope I can get it out by the end of the month, and I doubt it, but I will try. But in between now and then, I am going to show my Lenny pulls, because that video should be out by the time this one is, and then I'll have some Zelda stuff I'll be uploading. So those should already be out by the time this video is out. Speaking of videos, thank you so much for 1,000 subscribers. I know it's still crazy, but yeah, we're at like 1.08k, and just the amount of support I've gotten over the past few months has just blown my mind away. Not even just on YouTube, but also my other socials, and it really does mean a lot to me that you guys would subscribe to just watch my content, and I promise I am going to start on the 1K subs video soon. I just have a lot of stuff I want to do first, like this Genshin Tober video, and I also want to do at least one Heather's cover before I record my 1K cover, because I have the Heather's cover recorded and I've been obsessed with Heather's and I need to make at least one video with it. So yeah, thanks again so much for watching, and I will see y'all later. Bye bye. Hi, Future Ethne here. So I was originally gonna video record this part, but frankly I am kind of tired, so I just plugged in my Audacity microphone. I'll put some game footage or something over this and we shall call it a day. But anyway, you may be wondering, Ethne, why the heck is this video 3 months late? Well, the answer is kind of simple, but also kind of complicated. Basically, it was a combination of lack of time, and then lack of motivation, and then procrastination. So I originally recorded this video on pre-mentioned November 21st, but that was like my last week before Thanksgiving break. So then I had Thanksgiving break, so then I made those other Zelda videos. But then I had finals week. Well, the week before finals week. However, there was a little problem when it came to finals week. I had 3 exams and 2 essays all due on the same day. And you know what makes it worse? It was all due on Monday. So it wasn't even a finals week. It was finals day. I didn't even get an extra week to work on any of this crap. And do you know what makes it even worse? That day happened to be December 9th. The first anniversary of Undertale Yellow. So yeah, I couldn't even make an anniversary video for that either. So yeah, after I finished finals, I kinda just crashed and burned. I just didn't feel like doing anything, including making YouTube videos. Some call it burnout, some probably would call it depression. I call it crashing and burning. So yeah, I've been trying to fix my video schedule and like life schedule in general, because I just haven't been feeling up to doing anything really, as depressing as that sounds. But yeah, I have been getting kind of better at it over the past month, so we'll see if my video schedule actually gets fixed next year. So by the time this video is uploaded, knowing me, it will probably be my first video of 2025. So if that's the case, Happy New Year, and I hope we have a better 2025 than we did a 2024, because for me personally, 2024 was alright. Could have been better, could have been worse, but I know a lot of people had a really crappy 2024, so I hope everybody's 2025 is better. And once again, thank y'all so much for 1,000 subscribers, and we're now at 1,100 subscribers, or 1,100 as some people would call it, and it really does mean the support that y'all are patient with me, or just don't care. That's fine too. But it really means a lot to me that you guys stick around to watch my silly content and just like listen to me sing, or watch me yap about my art and what I messed up on it for like an hour straight, because this video is gonna be long by the time I'm done with it. Oh boy. And so I have a lot of cool covers planned. As mentioned before, I'm gonna do at least one Heather's video, but I also want to do a few other musicals like Wicked and maybe Six the Musical if I have time. And then after that, I'll start on my 1K special, because I plan on making it a 3-parter, and I will describe what those videos are the closer I get to starting on them. So yeah, Happy New Year, thanks again for all the support, and here's to a better 2025. I hope this year I can fix my schedule and my time management skills, but even if I don't, you know what they say when you make a mistake. You just gotta live and learn.